Well, welcome back to The Megan Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before we get started, I would really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. But today I want to continue my makeup collection series, and I want to go through what's on top of my makeup desk and what's in those top 2 drawers. Previously, I've touched on my eyeshadow palette and face palette collection. Well, today I want to go through all of the things I use on a day-to-day basis right on my makeup desk. So just keep watching. The Megan Show. Here is an overview of what my desk looks like. It is a bit cluttered, but this works for me. So right on the left side here, I've got 2 face brush holders. I've got like under eye brushes here in that first section. I touched on brushes in a few videos ago where I go through a lot of my favorite brushes. So got some setting brushes there, some concealer brushes. I've got bronzer over here, a couple of blush brushes, and this back section is kind of just the forgotten ones. I've got my ever favorite duo fiber brush for Fallout. This one was one of my top recommendations on that video. A lot of these are Real Techniques. Then on this section, I've got my favorite foundation brush I touched on, and It Cosmetics. Loves the foundation, the heart shape. Got just a few brushes on this side. Then I want to touch on these couple of lamps. So I've had this touch lamp the entire time I've had this desk. So I actually got this Alex desk and Alex drawers when I graduated college in 2018. My parents gifted this to me as my graduation present. The desk and the drawers, pretty reasonably priced for IKEA. Can't go wrong there. Put this contact paper on top, and they have been here for years. So I've had this set for 6 years, and they have not done me wrong. I mean, it was so funny, my sister and I trying to put these together. The drawers are definitely squeaky McGee, but we did our best, and they've still held up from I moved from my parents to this apartment 5 years ago, so they have lasted this long. So I love this desk and drawers. I love the wide top drawers here. I'll go into that in just a second. So back to these lights. This is an Anker, or no, it's Aukey, A-U-K-E-Y, Aukey. I got it on Amazon, and it's just funny to me that this has survived this long. It's got the 3 settings, super bright. It really helps me when I'm filming. Of course, you all usually see the opposite direction. Here we go, hello. You're usually facing this way with the light from this window pouring in and these extra lights. So this one definitely helps me out. If you hold down on it, it goes to colors. It's got all kinds of colors. I think I'm gonna cycle through them one by one. And you just hold it some more and it should go out. So I usually put it on the brightest setting. I also recently bought this little small guy, which is a touch too. It has 3 settings and it can, move around. Sometimes I'll have it pointing towards my mirror to help me out when I'm like plucking my eyebrows or something like that. So this is a newer edition. It was only like $10 on Amazon. So both of these lights I got right on Amazon. They've got a lot of choices if you're in the market. I recently got this really nice mirror. This is Impressions Vanity, one of those classic mirror brands that have, the lights on there. I got that at Marshall's just a few weeks ago. It was like $35, which was an excellent deal. And I love this. I've gone through many iterations of makeup mirrors, and this one, the downside to this one, it doesn't have the magnifying. So I have yet another mirror over there for that. That is my old mirror there, and it's got the magnifying on the one side. So I do keep that on standby for when I need that magnification. But this one is great for just, looking straight on, but it's got those lights, and I really appreciate having the bright light in the mornings when I'm getting ready. So it just provides a great amount of light and accuracy when you are, looking in the mirror. You need, you can pull it up closer to you. You can actually change the hue of the light, or no, this is the intensity. So I can dim it down or bring it back up. This changes the tone of it. So this is like a warm white, more cool white, and then maybe a neutral there. So and turning it off there. So I love this mirror. This was a great deal and I use it every day. Over here, we've got, of course, a box of tissues. That is something you always need on your makeup desk. I'm using probably a tissue a day, whether I'm just wiping my fingers off from foundation or whatever else. You always need some tissues. Then I've got my eyeshadow brushes here, and then I've got most used lip products right in front. So the eyeshadow brushes are kind of split up into 3 sections. This middle section is what I use the most. I've got that little Sephora brush there where I use my cream shade, where I start out most eyeshadow looks with that. Got my couple of blending brushes here, use a lot for brown transition shades. To the right, I've got a lot of these brushes I use for colored eyeshadows. You know, got this one with green eyeshadow on it, pink, lots of different other ones. I've just got quite the array of brushes here. I don't use all of them daily, but I'd say I use a lot of those ones in the middle almost every day. So right in front of the brushes, I've got these 2 ColourPop Just a Tint. This is a reddish one and a pink one. They just last a long time on the lips and they're just so easy to put on. I've got one of these Clinique chubby sticks. I've got a lot of mini chubby sticks from Clinique I got in a holiday set years ago. I've got these 3 Charlotte Tilbury minis I also got in a holiday set, and all of these are just go-tos. You know, the Charlotte Tilbury are a lot of nudes that will look good with, you know, whatever makeup look for work. This chubby stick is a pinky, and I've got those pink and red. So I've got a variety for everyday wear. Then I've got a little eyelash glue there when I used to wear falsies pretty often. I love these little beauty blender stands. This one is a gem one, and this is a cute ice cream cone. I do have one of those powder puffs for like under eye powder sitting there, but I've got this traditional beauty blender there. I use that most often for concealer because I'm still on my foundation brush kick, so I'm using a beauty blender for concealer most days. I've got this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, a smaller size of that. I am liking that. Onto this acrylic spinny holder here. I've had this also since I got the makeup desk in 2018. This holds a lot of my everyday products. We've got foundations right here. This is the one I've been using lately, the L'Oreal Pro Matte. Remember when this came out years and years ago? I used it quite often, and then I got off of it when I started using the Pure Love Your Selfie that, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know I've used this foundation for years and years when Ulta accidentally sent me $2,000 worth of that foundation completely accidentally. So I had a huge supply of them, and I was pretty much using just the Pure foundation for years and years. So just a couple months ago, I went ahead and got this again and tried it out, and I love it. It has got a little bit more coverage than the Pure, and it just lays really nicely on my skin. So I've been giving that a go, using that a lot lately. Still have the Pure Love Your Selfie. I have one more on deck here that I haven't opened, so I am good on foundation for a while. I also recently bought this Flower Beauty concealer, and it has got a little bit of a hydrating quality to it. It's a little bit thinner, more serum-like, and it lays nicely under the under eye. I've got my Standby e.l.f. hydrating concealer. It's got that heavier coverage, so when I am in need of a more fuller coverage on the under eye, I go for the e.l.f. And I've got that Wet n Wild Incognito behind it. Some of the items in that back section I don't reach for as much, but that is my foundation and concealer section. Just under here is my everyday moisturizer and primer section. I love the Clinique Moisture Surge. That will always be my go-to. That is what my skin prefers the most. It does the best with Clinique. No matter what moisturizer I've used over the years, Clinique Moisture Surge always is what my skin wants. I also have the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. I love this one, but I swear you go through it so fast. I've probably used this 10, 12 times, and it's already to that point, about a third through it. So I feel like you do go through this pretty fast, but this is a great primer. It makes my skin feel great, and it's a perfect base for any foundation on top. I've got the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. That is a primer. I act as a primer. I haven't started using this yet, but I definitely will when it starts being consistently warm outside. I know you are probably supposed to use SPF pretty much daily, whether you think you're gonna get sun or not, but I have to admit I'm not perfect at that, so I will definitely start using this here soon as we get warmer and warmer. Got this moisturizer at the back. That's just a Garnier to have as a backup. So let's just spin this around a little bit. This bottom section, I've got a lot of samples that I've got in different Sephora and Ulta orders. I've also have that eye gel from Good Molecules. I saw a little bit of like dryness on my under eye or a little bit of weird texture when I used that, so I have stopped using that for now. I might try to give it a go, or maybe try to use it at night instead of under makeup, so I think I might try that here soon. So a lot of just kind of random products in there. This is kind of the overflow of primers, this section. So I've got some decent primers here. I've got this e.l.f. Hydrating, which it's similar to kind of like the Milk kind of consistency, where Milk, the makeup brand, not Milk the drink, Milk makeup, that Hydro Grip type of texture. So I don't love that texture, especially when I want a hydrating, so I want a more liquidy like the Fenty. So this one's okay in a pinch. I've got a Hard Candy Hydrating, which also has kind of a similar consistency to this, so again, I don't reach for it a lot. I have this serum that I actually do like a lot. This is good for like no makeup days, just putting on that serum. I have a Maybelline Master Prime, so there's just kind of random skin items that I don't reach for every single day, but they're good to have when I am thinking about it. So moving to the top here, I've got all my hair clips for when I'm sectioning my hair to curl it or just need a clip in general. So I love those different clips. I've got this more longer one that can really hold all of my hair, whereas these little bit shorter ones are good for the sectioning for curling or straightening. I've got that Pure foundation backup. I have this classic Mary Kay micellar water. I mean, Mary Kay, like this is, you know, the first MLM. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but you know, our aunts, grandmas, cousins were pushing Mary Kay back in the day, and apparently they still are, so go them. I have got a It Cosmetics CC Illumination. I should reach for that more, especially when the weather gets a little bit better. I should try this out again. This is a nice kind of like CC cream, so not like super perfect coverage, but good for maybe a lighter day. I have some of these little like serum pods, so you like crack the little seam and you can have some serum, and retinol serum, yeah. This is just something I picked up at Marshall's for kind of cheap, but this is, I try to do these at night. I don't get to it every single day, but they're just a nice skincare thing you can do at night. I have a simple eye makeup remover for when I'm wanting a little bit extra strength there, but this is the micellar water I go for on an almost daily basis. I've got the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. When I take my makeup off, I then follow up with this with a cotton round, and this really gets the makeup all the way off. Trying to be gentle, spinning around. I've got this little container that has Q-tips in it, of course a go-to for a makeup desk. I have this kind of random section that's got little setting sprays, of course a Mario Badescu spray I used to use but don't reach for as much anymore. I have a Misha Beauty BB cream, that was a recommendation from Jessica Braun. I have this Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, which I do love that one, and this Too Faced Hangover RX. So I do love those. I just haven't reached for them a lot lately. I've got this little container of cotton rounds that I use with the micellar water. So yeah, this is this corner here. Now for these drawers, I've got some Flawless Touch little shavers there. Use that on my peach fuzz on my face. Got a few different ones of those. Got some like overflow moisturizers of past. I have some makeup wipes in here, and I've got mostly hair bands, like headbands, scrunchies, hair ties, lots of different variety of those in there. Now let's move on to the actual top drawers. So going onto the left drawer here, this is, excuse the kind of clutter of it all, but so onto the left side, we've got different eyelashes, false eyelashes. I used to wear these to work quite a bit. I had a coworker who wore fake lashes every day, you know, getting up at 6 and 7 a.m. and I was like, shoot, I need to be like her. So I wore false eyelashes to work for a while, but I have gotten out of the habit of that. I've got these tiny hair bands that are good for, like, if you're doing braids. Those tinier hair bands are good for that. Got a wet brush, some combs, different types of combs. Of course, got those bubble headbands, which are great for putting makeup on. A tangle teaser. I've got these really cute bows in different colors, 2 different kinds of pink, a cream and a red one. I love putting those on the back of the head for if you're wanting to do kind of like a bow look. Right here, I've got my go-to lip balm. Of course, the Fresh Sugar is my absolute go-to, but this Jouer one is great too. Really good hydrating. Of course, an EOS for a backup and Carmex as a backup. Those two are more, of course, affordable backups. Great lip balms there. Of course, a pencil sharpener, NARS, a couple things of bobby pins. I've got some makeup scissors there. I brush up my eyebrow hairs with one of these and snip them right off when they're getting long. I've got a Tweezer Man tweezers. That is your top brand you want to get for tweezers if you want some good sharp ones. A little bit pricey, but definitely worth it. I always keep the little thing on top because I'm trying to keep them as good quality as I can because they are pricey. I've got the different little blotting papers, a few different versions of that. Eco Tools, Bosch, I've got these years ago. Of course, the Neutrogena ones are the classic too. I used a lot in high school. Different clips in there, different sized clips, kind of your more small, medium, your actual small ones. I've got this clip that's got all these different colored hairbands I love for the summer to wear colorful hairbands, or really any time of year. Different scrunchies in there, different clips, just kind of a smattering of stuff, but this drawer I get in every single day. This next drawer, I've got different eye products. So I've got eyeliners here, I've got Stila and some NYX Epic ink, a Benefit brown one. I've got some kohl eyeliners, got even a pot eyeliner from Maybelline. This middle section is eyebrows. My go-to is the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, and I follow it up with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Got a few different eyebrow products here, but those are definitely my top few there. I've got mascara here. Go-to right now is the Lash Princess from Essence. I love the Anastasia mascara as well. I've got a Sephora brand one, and I think this is an Ulta brand one. Some other standouts are the Too Faced Better Than Sex or the L'Oreal Lash Princess, which is your dupe for that. I need to buy another one of those because that is one I like to have. Got a couple more of those bubble headbands. This is a little first aid kit. Got some of these wider headbands for if I'm wanting to go for that type of look. Got some sheet masks under there, some makeup bags under there. That is about it for this drawer. I mainly get into it for these eye products or the first aid stuff when I'm needing that. Let me also touch on this makeup mirror. I got this years ago at Bed Bath & Beyond. I do have it unplugged because the light was getting really dim. I'd had it for so many years, so I did just unplug it. So now this is the magnifying side. So what I'll do is sit there and use the magnifying side and pull up this light and really, you know, shine the light, and then maybe even take this light and shine it on there too. So I'll just sit right in front of this mirror when I need the magnifying, and I've got my light set up there. So I just wanted to show that. You can be ingenuitive when you need some extra light. So that is just an overview of my makeup desk, what I use on a day-to-day basis. I hope you enjoyed this video or found a new product you might want to try. I thank you so much for watching. There are always new videos every Megan Monday right here on The Megan Show. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.